You got a card there? Do you have a card?
Cajun cuisine, they always have good food.
I have your card. I'm gonna call y'all.
A happy artist.
Later.
Happy artist. They do paint parties, custom paint party kits, online parties. Good. I'm just videoing to try to get people out here.
Let me explain.
Okay.
This is art kits. I basically have the design impressed upon the canvas. I give you all the paints, the brushes, apron, everything that you need. The majority of my kits come with a exclusive video tutorial that teaches you step by step to do this design.
Okay. Are you from Opelousas?
I am not. I'm from Patterson.
Oh, okay.
And I do paint parties.
Is that in St. Landry? I really
It's
don't.
in St. Mary Patterson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like Morgan City,
Yeah.
Berwick, Patterson area.
What brought you to this?
My friend Laurie with the dog treats.
Ah.
She used to come here quite a while ago, and she invited me to come along with her.
Oh, cool. Well, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm from Opelousas, so I come every month trying to build up our community because really the only thing that makes the news is bad news.
That's true. And there's a lot of good out there. A lot of good people.
Yeah, and people forget that because the bad news is in our face 24/7.
I agree.
And it makes the community lose hope.
Well, let's focus on love because there's nothing greater than love.
Amen.
Love one another.
Amen. True that. Well, welcome again.
You dropped something, your pet coat there.
Oh, that thing finally broke off. Hi, puppy.
Just the noodles.
One of the big dogs.
It's good.
Hi.
Dumplings. Fried dumplings with steamed or fried.
Good.
She is?
Yeah.
Good.
Homemade rope toys. That is way too small for my dog.
I know. I do have bigger ones that I need to start like putting
Yeah.
together. Because people have been saying that I only make little ones.
Yeah.
Probably because I have little.
I love your apron. Oh my God, it's so cute.
Right?
So are you from Opelousas?
No, I was in Alexandria, but now I moved to the Morgan City area.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So what brought you here?
I did this market a couple of years ago, and
Yeah.
then I got a job where I worked every Saturday,
Ah.
so I couldn't come. But now I'm able to come again.
And making homemade dog treats. What inspired you to do that?
Yes. Well, I have 6 dogs of my own. I foster dogs, and some are foster failure, and I want them to live a long life. And so at least all these ingredients are healthy.
Yeah.
There's no sugar, so I want them to be eating the best thing.
Yeah, because you never know what they putting in our store-bought.
If you can't pronounce those ingredients, you should not be giving them
Yeah.
to your dogs.
You shouldn't have to Google every ingredient to figure.
Right. To figure out what
But
it
I mean,
is.
that's kind of like our food too.
You know what? Right. Like the healthier we eat too,
Yeah.
it's better for us.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's really why I started doing it.
Well, welcome
Yeah.
to St. Landry, and thanks for
Thank
trying to
you.
help build up our community.
Of course. Thank you. I love it here. I love it a lot.
Yeah, if only our crime could go down, but
Well, that's everywhere.
yeah. And I think it looks so bad on us because we're such a small town.
Right. Right.
But I mean, we have shootings almost every day.
Do you?
Yep. But only the really bad ones make the news.
Oh, well, yeah. I think just kind of like anything.
Yeah.
You don't really ever hear everything.
Yeah, and you don't hear good news
You don't hear
either.
the good news. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I come try to
Yeah.
video, build up our community because,
That's good.
and I started a podcast.
You did? Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Well, it's a video
yeah, I
podcast.
know, that's great.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that's good that you did that.
Yeah, it's called Sugar, Spice, and Everything Nice St. Landry.
sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Yeah.
St. Landry?
Yep.
Okay, I'll definitely look into that.
Alright,
Thank you, honey.
video your little doggy treats.
Yes, please do.
So yeah, if you want to come get some healthy stuff for your dog, or if you got a little tiny dog that likes to chew, some rope toys. But yeah, come on down. We got lots of cool vendors. Got Cajun cuisine, which is always popular. Got a painting area
But at least it's like,
and homemade dog treats, jewelry.
oh yeah.
I don't know what else. I gotta go look.
Oh my God.
Dolores jewelry.
Yep, that's good, girl.
Lots of earring choices.
Dog treats. No, yeah. Dog treats. Everyone always thinks it's not, though. I know. You're kidding.
Homemade with love.
Well, wine, not pie. Wine.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Do you mind being on camera?
Go ahead, I don't mind.
Hi. You want to tell me a little bit about your booth?
My booth, yes. So I have jewelry items. My mother makes all the jewelry and to have something to do. And then, but she has mobility issues, so I go out and sell for her. And it's so fun. She's got different kinds. She's got wood, beaded,
Yeah.
faux leather, sublimation, and then her newest creation is the clay on the end.
Okay.
And she does a few bracelets.
Are you from Opelousas or St. Landry?
Yes, I am. So originally from Orneville, I live between Opelousas and Leonville now. My mom is from Carencro, so not far from here.
So you grew up in Carencro?
I grew up in Orneville.
Oh, okay. She
She
recently.
recently moved to
Okay. Probably because of the crime.
Well, Orneville is pretty good, but to be closer, they're older. To
Yeah.
have a smaller yard. We lived in the country,
Yeah.
so they had acreage. It's easier to take care of as they were getting older and sicker
Yeah.
when you get old. So.
So what made you pick this particular
So
market?
we do a lot in Opelousas because we're from here. And
Yeah.
we were driving through one day and we saw the little market and we stopped several times to shop.
Yeah.
So whenever she started doing this, I was like, I'm gonna look up that little market, and I love it. This is where I come. It's like my little market home.
Yeah, I'm originally from Opelousas, 32 years, and
32.
born and raised. And I started a podcast to try to build up Opelousas, because really all that makes the news is the bad news,
It's true. It's very
and
true.
that makes the community lose hope and just kind of go on autopilot.
Yeah, my husband and I were talking about that this morning, how we would love to see so much more in the downtown area. Like, there's so much potential here,
Yeah.
and no one does anything, probably because they're scared of crime.
Well, not just that, but the people that own the deserted buildings are hard to work with. They don't want to let go of their building, and they should be taxed for it.
They should be.
I know one of the people, he recently died, but it's still in his family, Viviano. He owned a lot of the buildings, and the only person that could reason with him is Vera, that owns, she owns a haircut place. She owns a few of these buildings, actually, and she leases them. But she does a lot for downtown. She was the only one that could ever negotiate with him.
Well,
But, yeah, if it would be, and what's sad is they get these buildings, they let them go to waste. They don't get taxed for them because they change their names and everything to avoid it. But
it's a shame.
they don't let go of the building because they don't give a shit about Opelousas.
They don't.
Because they move away, they got money. It don't affect them, and that's kind of what the whole community has become. Is if it doesn't affect them, it's not their problem, and that's not how it should be.
Yeah, very true.
I mean, we have nothing for the youth here, and that's why crime's up, because they're bored. And when we have a few organizations that try to do stuff with the youth, but these parents don't bring them to it. Like when we have educational stuff, they don't come. But like when they had Keith Frank from Mardi Gras, did you see the picture how many people they had? It was the ton.
Yeah.
Or like the barbecue fest, they're gonna have a ton of people. When it's free and fun, they're gonna come. But if it's something that's educational and gonna build up the community, it's maybe a trickle of people.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah.
It's a shame. My husband and I talk about that a lot. My son did a project. We homeschooled for years, and he did an essay project on what abandoned buildings, the impact on the whole town and the community, and what it. He did a whole research project on that, and it does affect everything. You know, it increases crime. It all kinds of things. It increases, and it brings down the value of everything else around it.
Yeah.
Also.
And what's sad is some of these buildings have upper levels that could be apartments.
That could be apartments.
But the historic Opelousas people don't want to do it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It seems like that. It seems like that
know.
would be a good idea to help decrease crime.
Yes, you have a little business on the bottom and residential on top,
and then like you could also watch the other businesses. But historic Opelousas community don't want to do that. I don't know why. And then our police are shorthanded, poor things. That's why, another reason.
Yeah, everywhere.
But I think a lot of people don't want to go into law enforcement because the whole, police brutality and just...
And it's so hard, and this new generation that's coming up have the mentality of...
entitlement.
Rules don't apply to me. We can do whatever we want.
Exactly.
And, yes.
It's like we don't have morals anymore. And I think a lot of the problem is we have babies raising babies. Like some of these young adults never actually grew up, or we don't take care of the people with the mental health problems either. I mean, you see some people walking around and they having mental breakdowns in the road. Or like, why should we have homeless people? I mean, we have the men's refinery, but the problem is a lot of these homeless people are addicted to drugs or alcohol, and these shelters don't accept that.
Right.
So they rather be on that and on the streets.
On the streets, yeah.
So why can't we just make a little commune for them or something, just to get them off the streets?
And it's a lot sometimes as to what they're willing to do, because sometimes they don't want,
Yeah.
want the help, and you can try all you can. I remember my sister who had gotten into drugs.
Yeah.
And she's no longer with us. She ended up losing her
Oh,
life
sorry
over
to
it.
hear that.
But she was like that. She was like homeless, and we were doing everything we could to help her. And social services, was like, oh, we could get her in, at the projects, we can move her up. And they called her, and she's like, no, I don't want to live in the project.
Yeah.
She'd rather be homeless. And we were like, she was like, you can't. It's hard to help somebody that's not willing. They're so messed up from the drugs and everything.
They have to help
They
themselves.
have to be willing to. Yeah.
I have a few friends that, my mom's friends, had kids that got into drugs. And they got clean, but only whenever their own children started shutting them out, because they were coming in and out of their lives. And the mom of the kids was like, I don't want my kids hating me. And I mean, these kids were young. The daughter was probably getting into her early teens when her mom got clean. But I remember babysitting her one day, and she was like 5 when I was babysitting her, and she's like, it's not fair. I don't have my mom. And I wanted to hug her and cry. It's so sad. I mean, it's sad because we don't know why they're getting into this stuff. It's something in their heart that they're trying to fill. I don't know if maybe it's a lack of religion, or mental health or abuse that they trying to forget.
Influence.
Yeah.
There's so
Peer pressure. Yep.
so many things.
Yep. But thanks again for taking part in the
Yeah.
market and trying to build up Opelousas and St. Landry.
Of course. How are y'all?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Can't complain.
Nope. It's a nice day.
Oh yeah, nice breeze blowing.
Yep. This is by Anne M. Doucette. She takes all these old saws and saw blades and just paints these amazing scenery things. It's beautiful. And I mean, the saw blades are $25. These are $55. I mean, this would make some cute rustic decorations in a house and just very beautiful.
I got right in the sun.
Big Lassie. Oh wow, this is very pretty. Wow. This is gorgeous. That's cute. Oh wow. This is so pretty.
Thank you.
I would ask y'all to interview, but y'all eating right now. Maybe later.
What's this for?
Yeah.
I do a painting,
Yeah.
and I just started this. I've never painted in my life. I do a painting, then I embellish it with glass and beads, and then I resin it.
Okay.
It's lots of work involved.
Yeah. But
some
if it,
more than others.
but I mean, it gives you something to do.
It does. It does. And now I need to start getting some of them out of my house.
Yeah.
But it's very relaxing
Yeah.
for me.
And that's the main thing. If it gives you some joy and relaxation,
Oh, yeah.
then it's all worth it.
I'm limited,
Yeah.
to something. So this is my outlet.
Yeah. That's,
And I have all the seasons. I didn't bring, I
Yeah.
didn't bring like the Christmas
Yeah.
and all of that
but
stuff.
you do that stuff.
Yes, I have some.
And then this is Aaliyah's booth, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's through Great Expectations.
Yeah, great expectations.
Yeah, Great Expectations. I'm on medicine today, so. And this is some wax melts, right? And these are bath bombs, I think. Candles.
Shower gel.
Yeah.
Soaps.
Yep.
And everything spray.
Yep. And they can also get this at the gift shop, right?
Yes.
And that's Great Expectations by Java Square. Aaliyah does haircuts also and hair coloring. And what's your name again?
My name's Lindsay.
And Lindsay works with Aaliyah.
Yes, I do hair also.
Okay. Well, thank you and Aaliyah for coming and participate.
No problem. Thank you for having us.
Yep. And building up Opelousas and St. Landry. Because somebody got to.
Somebody has to, yep.
And really, it's going to take everybody working together. Putting aside petty bullshit.
Yeah.
That smells good. But if I bring any more candles home, Mom's going to shoot me. She's like, you don't use the ones you got. I was like, they smell too good. I don't want to throw them.
I know.
Yep. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
They're lining up for Cajun cuisine because that's popular. And I mean, they got some good food. They got steamed or fried shrimp or pork dumplings, which is $5 a portion. Lanyap egg roll, pork or shrimp or crawfish with saffron rice, which is $5 a portion. Chicken satay, chicken marinated with Cajun spices and fried until the batter is light and crispy with golden color. That's $10 each. Sayapo, Cajun steamed or fried bun with barbecue pork. They covered the price, so I'm guessing they're out. Filipino pork and veggie lo mein and pancetta, $10 a portion. And then this thing, they're out. Hi.
Hi.
Do y'all have the steam buns? Because the thing's covered.
Oh yes, we have a steam bun.
How much are they?
$7.
Yeah,
Would you like to come over here and then take a photo now?
sure.
On what do we call it?
Now take a food over here.
People calling us.
Yeah.
Take a photo.
We
Just
did
come over here.
this week.
Just go around.
We did, started last Sunday. Well, last Saturday, the three of us had gone to Jennings, and we did well. We did well in Jennings, right? We always do that. Yeah, of course. But last week,
Y'all always get a good turnout later once it gets close to lunchtime.
we have to cook and just roll.
Yeah.
Every time y'all come out here, y'all get a long line.
Long line. Wow.
Yeah.
This is my first time. In
Oh,
Opelousas.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually they
So far, so
come.
good.
Yep. Usually once it gets closer to lunch, people see y'all. Apparently, y'all are very popular.
We're kind of like busy right now. And
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Yep. Well, good luck.
Well, we didn't serve it. They have.
So this is jewelry, and this is Dolores jewelry. I got lots of different types of earrings, and it's made by a lady who's not here, but her daughter is selling it. And I mean, she's got earrings of all kinds, bracelets. So yeah, if y'all need some jewelry, ooh, pretty. Apparently you crochet.
I do.
Are you planning to sell whatever you crochet?
I do have some. I do a lot of dish towels. So
Okay.
I have that, and then I just did a little my first pair of baby booties.
Oh, too cute. Too
So
cute.
I'm gonna be doing more little baby stuff in crochet and bringing it out. But
That's cool.
I do lots of this is gonna be a dish towel.
Okay.
I do lots of dish towels.
Well, that's cool. So your mom has her jewelry and you have your crocheting.
I started crocheting just to keep me from playing on my phone.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of people do is,
Yes, that's what I was doing. I would watch TV and scroll
Yeah.
or do whatever.
and really that's kind of a waste of time.
Yes, and so it keeps my hands busy while I'm,
Yeah.
not
It's more productive.
It is.
And I think a lot of people, why they don't do it is they don't know what their talent is. So
And
if,
it keeps my brain occupied.
Yeah.
I'm focused on the instructions
yeah.
and the stitches, and I'm not thinking about the million other things.
Oh, you got an ant crawling on you. Dang carpenter ants. But yeah, I think that's a lot of the problem is these people don't know what their talents are because guess what's getting cut first in schools? Arts and recreation stuff. And then they also don't teach life skills, and not all these kids are going to go.
Don't want to try anything.
Yeah, and these kids aren't all going to go to college, so why not teach them some trade skills, life skills? I mean,
I have 8 kids, and so
Oh, wow.
Only one has gone to college. He went to college and he graduated, and he's not even working with his degree because he couldn't find a job in what his degree is in. So he just
That sounds like
got
my
a different
brother.
job.
Sounds like my brother. He went into biology and he's fixing computers now because the only thing he could do with a bachelor's in biology was be a teacher. And he didn't want to be a teacher. No. And he had student loans he needed to pay off because they were in mom and dad's name. And it was affecting their credit. So they were like, look, find something to do. So we pick at him all the time. We're like, you don't even do what you got a degree in, dude.
Yes. So many people don't. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable how many don't do what they got their degree in.
Yeah, but at least they have something to fall back on, too.
Yeah. He went to school for filmmaking.
Oh, wow.
And couldn't find a job in his field, and so he works in human resources out of college.
Oh, wow.
Is what he does, and that's supporting his family.
Yeah.
You know.
But at the same time, during his free time, he could work on his filmmaking craft
Yeah.
and do his own thing.
Yeah. He does a little bit of that. Yeah. And then we have two that started college and dropped out. Just like
They weren't
got a
cut.
job. Making,
Yeah.
You know, my son's making, you know, good money
Yeah.
working instead of he's like.
Yeah.
And then I have two that they're young. They're 19.
Yeah.
One's almost 20. And they were like, I don't even know what I want to go to school for. I don't know what I want to do. So they were just working while they tried to figure out.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of the same way because even though I'm disabled, my parents were like, go try it at least. You don't have to finish, just go try it.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up getting my associates in general studies. I was going to do teaching, but my dad's like, you cannot handle kids physically at all because of your disability. They can easily overpower you, so we'd rather you not be in the classroom. Okay, Dad. Well, then I decided to try to do my own thing. I wanted to go into special needs, try to teach these kids life skills so they can be more independent. Because mom and dad ain't gonna be around forever.
No, they're not.
And some of these kids are babies. They don't know how to be independent. And one of my friends, actually since preschool, is what inspired me to do that. But I don't have the money to start that.
Yeah.
And I had talked to one of my professors because I was having a hard time passing praxis certification. And he's like, look, what you want to do is work with the young adults anyway. You're not going to be in the classroom. All you need is your bachelor's in general studies with a minor in special needs. Well, I already took my special needs classes. But then I had a broken rod, so I had to go see about that. And then when I got recovered from that, COVID hit. I took an online class in leadership communication, but I still have 22 credit hours left to do. And my pain is like, so I'm just taking a break, working on this podcast, try to build up St. Landry Parish. And like Mom and Dad said, if I'm burnt out from college, I don't have to finish. I have my associates to fall back on. Yeah, it may not give me a lot of choices, but it'll give me some.
Give you choices, yeah.
But this podcast is actually opening doors before it even started. I did a promo to advertise it, and then Jesse Bellard, the parish president, messaged me, and he wanted me on a board to push St. Landry Parish.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So my mom
And
was,
you seem passionate about it, so just working in your passion
Yeah.
could be,
yeah, and getting these connections may help me open that school one day.
Yeah, it may.
Yep. But I'm working with a few organizations besides Jesse Bellard. Bully Box, the Passion Project, Shauna Sias. What Bully Box does, help students that are getting bullied. They help the families, because a lot of these families don't realize if you don't document it, it don't get shit done. And so they give them the resources, and then they trying to get a curriculum of anti-bullying in the schools. And actually, thanks to Jesse Bellard, because he's a big advocate for this, he got them into OJ next year.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But before, they weren't getting any help from the school boards. They weren't, because nobody gives a shit about bullying. I mean, that zero tolerance is a joke.
Very true.
Because really, zero tolerance don't do shit. And the only time it does anything is when the victim fights back. So it's like zero tolerance of reacting. But what's sad is we have to defend ourselves, because if not, they just gonna keep on.
Yeah.
So that's what she does. And she has a lot of pushback because a lot of people don't like her. She's very vocal. She's very outspoken, passionate. So a lot of people kind of spread rumors about her and just stuff like that. And then the other organization is called Guns Down, Power Up. And the guy that founded that, his name's Eric Williams. And he was in special ed because he struggled with school. He became a minister at 18 at his church because he was good at ministering. And so his one of his teachers told him, "You good at ministering, try to put that into your schoolwork." And he ended up graduating or getting his GED, I don't remember. But he teaches these kids that show up to his events how to play chess and use their brains. He also teaches them coping skills, anger management, all these skills that aren't taught in schools, and try to teach them that the gun doesn't, you don't need that gun. You don't need to go fight. You don't need to. So they have a few good people trying to do stuff in Opelousas, trying to change. And I'm on the board for those things because they mess with me because I'm close with them. They said I've been advocating for them since day one.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's what we need more of.
Yeah. But like I said, I was born and raised here, and I sure don't remember it being this bad when I was growing up.
It's just it's such a different
Different,
time.
yeah.
I mean,
The world's
I've
going
been raising
crazy.
8 children, and it's you know,
It's scary,
and
yeah.
the stuff, it's the access to things that we didn't have access to those things. We
Yeah.
weren't like perfect kids growing up.
Right.
But you know, bullying may have happened, but you would go home
To
and
get
you
away
were
from it.
free
Yeah.
from it. But now with
It's-
phones and social media
Yeah.
and the internet, it's all the time.
Yeah.
It's the access to things all the time that we didn't.
And then bad news is in our face 24/7 because of these and social media. And another thing is, it depends on what news channel you watch.
Right.
They're biased. It's like ABC, CBS, all of them. They're the liberal part, and then Fox is the conservative part. But they give their opinions. That's not what news is supposed to be. They're supposed to just give you the facts.
They do. They give their opinions, and then kids today, they feel like it's. I feel like the generation of parents and teachers today.
Hold on, I can't hear you. Okay.
I feel like as a parent and with teachers across the board, our generation, you're almost afraid to discipline your children to a certain extent, the way that we were
Yeah.
disciplined growing up, because of the ridicule. Like, oh, you're supposed to be nice to your children. You're
Yeah.
not supposed to upset your children.
Yeah.
You know, and so then, like, the level of discipline to children today is completely different than when
A
we
lot
were
of them want to be their kid's friend.
Yeah, and so it's creating this whole generation
Of entitled.
entitlement. We can do whatever we want to do because nothing's going to happen to us anyway.
Right.
And yes.
And what's going to end up happening is they're going to end up in the jail cells or in the
Yes.
grave.
And then in divorce, I know, like, I'm a divorced mom.
Yeah.
You know, and so I have another parent for some of
Yeah.
my kids. And they use that against you, like, oh, you punish your kid. Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell dad that you fussed me.
They
and
play
I
the
got in
parent.
trouble.
They play the parents against each other.
Yeah.
And what's sad is sometimes in divorce, the other parent tries to one up. And what should be, or like they use the kid
Or
against.
if you say, oh, buy me this, buy me
Yeah.
a new phone. No, I'm not buying you that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just get the other one.
Yeah, one up, but they also, in some cases, like if the other person leaves because of abuse or something like that, the abuser will fight in court and get their kids taken away and just use the kid against them. Pawn,
Yes.
parental alienation, all that stuff.
They will.
And really, that's sad because the kid is not a pawn.
And
It's
they
a
do. And I know for me, I was in a custody battle
Yeah.
with my ex, and that's what he would do. He was using, every time the kids did anything wrong, he tried to put it on me as I was the bad
Yeah.
parent, but then he also, anytime I disciplined the kids, tried to use that against
Yeah.
me also, you know? So,
Yeah, it's sad because these are living human beings, not pawns. They're not things. They have the feelings and emotions, and no telling what this is doing to them, their mental health. Yeah, but that's one thing that Guns Down, Power Up, and Bully Box try to help the youth work on. So, you said you have some. Well, they're out of school.
I have 8, well, my youngest is 7, she'll be 8
Okay.
in June, and then our oldest is fixing to turn 31.
Okay.
We have 8 children from 7 to 31.
And I'm 32.
We have 3 under 18 living
Yeah.
at home. Yeah.
Do they have any problems with bullying at school?
I'm not gonna say no, because I know my little ones one all the time. I've heard her say things like, "Oh, that's that girl that's mean to me
Yeah.
all the time," or that's
Yeah.
that kid that's mean to me all the time. And she is not a typical child. She's got, some autism.
Yeah.
We actually adopted her. She was my sister child, but she had a lot of trauma in her life, and so she's not like a typical child.
Yeah.
And you see kids will,
Yeah.
I mean, she's been teased and made fun of because her mother passed away.
Yeah.
You don't have even for that. So kids, they can be mean.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like with Miss Shauna that founded Bully Box. She was adopted. And people made fun of her for that. People made fun of her because her voice is kind of deeper, so they call her a man. She used to have to wear glasses, so they made fun of her glasses. They would put dog food in her desk. I mean, she tells her story a lot. And she just said that's one thing that encouraged her, but what really started it was in 2019, a boy in Baton Rouge named Trey Thyssen committed suicide because of bullying.
So many.
And she knew the mom, Dr. Rosalind Thyssen. I don't remember what she's a doctor in, but it's a PhD, not a medical doctor. And what's sad is it was a little girl messing with him. Mm-hmm. He was 13, and I mean, he would go home and say, "Oh, she's doing this, she's doing that." She even cut his hair. And one day he just had enough. One of his siblings found him hanging in the closet. And Shauna and Dr. Rosalind Thyssen talked, and Shauna started Bully Box. So it's been about 3-4 years.
So much of these younger,
It's getting younger and younger.
Yeah.
It used to just be middle school and high school.
Recently, not all that long ago, I heard about, he was like 8 or 9-year-old boy that committed suicide.
Yeah. And what's sad is these bullies don't realize what's going on at home or anything that happened in their past. I mean, it's sad because we should all practice kindness, but look at some of the adults. Mm-hmm. You got adults bullying each other. There's no more love. There's no more, like, if you have a difference of opinion, oh, I'm unfriending you. Mm-hmm. We don't have the...
Everybody can have a mind of their own.
Exactly.
We're all supposed to think the same.
Exactly. We're all different. We're all supposed to be different. And God wanted us to be different.
Yeah. We all have different
Yeah.
brains and different thoughts.
And really, like the political issues, like some are Trump people, some are not necessarily Biden people, but they voted against Trump, and just, I'll say Democrat. It all depends on how they were raised, what they've gone through in life. Like, I'm not necessarily Democrat, but I'm also not Republican. I'm in the middle. But I think a lot of my views are because of the way I grew up. Like, I have disabilities. So I have more empathy towards, like, LGBT. And I'm like, love is love. And my mom's, who is Catholic, is like, well, the Bible says it's a sin, da da da. But she said, at the same time, I'm not going to go up to a gay person and condemn them to hell.
Jesus also said, love everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love the sinner, hate the sin. But at the same time, where is the part that you try to save their soul?
Right. But how do you say, this is my thing? And I'm Catholic.
Yeah.
And I'm Catholic, I'm Republican, but I also have a gay brother who's married to a man.
Yeah.
And I have a bisexual daughter. And how can you condemn someone and say it's a sin when all they're doing is loving another human being?
Yeah.
You know, how can you say that, you know?
And at the same
I
time,
feel like, I don't feel like God would say that's wrong.
right. And
He's
at the same time, God, they say God is love. Okay, all they're doing is spreading love. But I think what the problem with a lot of the people that are against LGBT is it's being pushed down their throats.
I agree.
Like, it shouldn't be in children's media.
You know, like, I mean,
Yeah.
my brother is married to a man.
Yeah.
And they have been together for, oh my gosh, probably like 20 years.
Yeah.
Time. And they're so respectful.
Yeah.
I've never seen them hold hands.
Yeah.
I've never seen them, you know, hug each other or
Yeah.
anything. Like, they're just respectful in front of other people. But, I mean, I'm a woman married
Yeah.
to a man.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'm not having public displays of
Right.
affection. Or, you know, it's the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. It shouldn't be.
And then we have children. You
Yeah.
know? Like, he respected my children.
Yeah.
It wasn't out, like, my daughter was 11 before we even, and that's when they were getting married. That's when
Yeah.
we spoke about it. And they had been living together, and they call him Uncle Jeffrey.
Yeah.
But it like when I told her, she was like kind of like confused, and I remember thinking, like, who did you think that was? And she was like, I don't know, it was just Uncle Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't think of him as, like, you know, a
Like
spouse
so,
or anything like
yeah,
that.
like some of these stuff in children's cartoons that they're having these.
Pushing it like at young
Yeah.
ages and in school and
Yeah.
all this stuff, and it should. I just believe that parents should have the right to have that conversation with their children when they're ready to have that conversation.
What's funny is whenever I was younger, they wanted parental involvement. Now you try to get involved with the curriculum and stuff,
Yes.
they don't want you.
No,
They're indoctrinating.
and it's one time. I homeschool my children for
Yeah.
years, and I'm very passionate about homeschooling.
Yeah,
My stuff's going.
yeah,
The wind is starting to pick up.
yeah,
But what I love about homeschooling is you can tailor your curriculum to your kids.
yeah,
Not a one size fits all. And that's
Right.
what the school system is. One
Yeah.
size fits all. You
Yep.
have to learn this way or
Yep.
you're not good enough.
right. And with homeschool, you can teach them the life skills they need. Because, like, if you, let's say you homeschool your autistic daughter or whatever, you can teach her how to be independent for the days that you won't be around. I mean, yeah, because of her autism, she's not going to be able to do everything that, like, so if she's higher functioning, she may be able to pass the driving test.
Yeah, she's pretty high functioning.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, she's
anyway,
in a regular class at school.
yeah,
She's just, it shows that she's got, like, lots of fear in it.
Yeah.
She has trouble communicating with
Yeah.
some people.
she has an IEP,
She does.
and they follow it to the T, or you have problems with it.
She doesn't require a lot of
Oh,
extra
okay.
at school.
Because I know,
It's more sympathies from people that she needs.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if you call on her to answer
Yeah.
a question, that may feel like you're about to
Uh-huh.
murder her. She
Yeah.
may be so afraid to speak in front of people
yeah,
or to walk up to the front of the classroom. She doesn't like her picture taken.
social anxiety.
Yes. So it's a lot more of help with that. She's
Yeah.
smart as a whip. Like she does okay in the regular classroom.
Yeah.
And
That's another thing. Once these kids get a label, they get these stereotypes.
right. And it's just getting the teacher. I mean, she was younger and she had a teacher who didn't want to hand out the test.
Yeah.
Come up to me and get your
Yeah.
test. Well, that was like, she would rather die
Yeah.
than get up and walk to the front of the classroom to get it. And so the teacher would just give her a 0
Oh, wow.
instead of just bringing it to her for her to take the test.
Yeah.
So it's those kind of assistance.
Yeah.
But it's been good at the school that she's at now so far.
Well, that's good. If you have Facebook and if you ever have problems with like bullying or anything with your kids, look up Bully Box Passion Project.
I feel like I've heard of that from somewhere. I can't think of where. I feel like I've heard of it.
Hang on. And then we got this stuff made by Miss Ann Doucette. Some old saws and plates and just stuff like that. And just so much pretty stuff that would be cute if you're into rustic. And that's Ann Doucette. That's her card. But I mean, she does a lot of beautiful Louisiana scenery. These are $25. And then saws. Saw blades. They're $25. Old saws.
So Jonathan, it killed us. Little dog sit back. I said, you have to sit on that bleachers for hours. We didn't go to a couple of these people.
And Be Glassy. $20.15. Mermaid is beautiful. That would be beautiful in like a bathroom. $35.15. So pretty. So pretty. But yeah, we got lots of cool vendors, so come on out. It's a nice day, breezy for now. I'm sure it's gonna get hot later. But yeah, we got lots of cool vendors and stuff to do. You can go down to Java Square, get you a coffee, and then come check out the downtown market. Because they got jewelry, they got those saw blades, they got those artworks, they got homemade dog treats, they got the Happy Artist that sells art kits, and Cajun cuisine, which is always a hit. And then with Great Expectations, Aaliyah gift shop area that has art, soaps, stuff like that. Yeah, it's small, but I mean, we got some unique stuff. So again, that's Opelousas downtown market, put on by Java Square. It's every last Saturday of the month from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and it's at St. Landry Courthouse, which is right across from Back in Time Restaurant, Wild Child, Chicories, and But it's across from Java Square too, and then walk down a little bit. But yeah. So they going on till 2, so come on down, check out some unique stuff. Anyway, this is Jamie Cormier with Sugar, Spice, and Everything Nice, signing off.